welcome to this week's edition of Into the Hunt. This week we're going to kind of talk about track awareness and aggressive starts. These little things happen in almost every series, and they can be avoided, but you always find one or two guys that just kind of throw themselves out there a little too aggressive in the beginning and get themselves in trouble. And this is what I did in this video. I drove really aggressive, tried things that I normally wouldn't try, put myself in positions that could only pretty much hurt me. So I'm going to kind of talk you around a couple laps of this. I apologize for no audio on the car. My simulator doesn't record audio for some reason. I usually have to transfer that data someplace else and then make these videos. But this week we just kind of did it from this one. So here we are at Barbagallo. We're Gone Broke Racing racing this weekend. And I just going to kind of walk you through here and show you what I did and what I probably shouldn't have done. Okay? Because at the beginning of a race is a vital piece. You want to be aggressive at the end, not so much as the beginning. You want to survive the beginning and get as much as you can out of the beginning. So, and anytime you start beating on your car, like I'm doing here, you start to lose time, in your car. Your car always going to perform as good as it did when it was clean. So you really want to be careful of that. Like, see here, I dive bombed. I didn't really dive bomb this corner. I drove in there pretty aggressive, and I kind of leaned on this car because the car got tight and started to push out, and maybe I should have just left it a little. This spot here is not a good spot to pass, believe it or not. Somebody's going to, right there it happened. You may get away with it one time or 10 times, but eventually somebody's going to cut your nose off, and it's really going to hurt your car or hurt their car, and that doesn't really make good friends. So a lot of these corners here you can set up. If you don't get the pass in, and you jump back in line and try and get a good run towards the next corner to set up for that pass. Now right here, I kind of look outside, I see my marker, I dive the inside, I'm not going to make it, so I jump back in line. I'm watching the car behind me, which he got into me a little bit, but I had to jump out of line here, so I didn't hit this car. But here I didn't look for a brake mark or nothing, dove inside, and this is not going to work. Hit the rumble strip, car gets loose, slams right in the side of the car on the outside. That's going to be an unhappy driver. Probably should just let out of it a little bit and let him go. Here, going to look inside, and I lose my momentum, and he picks his momentum up on the inside line, and now I'm boxed in, and I'm in trouble. Instead of letting out, I hammer it back down. The car on the inside still got the line, and I run into the car in front of me. Instead of letting off again, I keep into it, and I hit him again. See, this aggressive thing really hurts the car. I mean, if you see the panels on the car, they're not in good shape by any means now. I think I ran, what did I run in that last lap? A 59 something. The pace is like a 54 or 55 second lap. Really need that. Here we go, a dive bomb again. Smack the car on the outside. Another unhappy driver. That makes me a bad driver. So, but in these practice sessions like this with the AIs and stuff, I'm able to do these kind of sessions and adjust this stuff out. So when I get into a real race, I don't really do stuff like this. I know what the car can and can't do. So it's always tough, at the beginning of the race, because you got like 9 million things going through your head. You make sure you got all your stuff in the right place, you're ready to go, and your steward comes over the radio and says, everybody take it easy on the first lap, blah blah blah. Well, the minute you're sitting on the grid and you hear those horns going off and everything's going on, you forget all that stuff. It's like it just leaves your head, because you're so focused on getting a good start. You see the 20 cars in front of you and you just I gotta go, So you need to kind of keep that in your head a little bit, because you don't want to beat up your car in the beginning, And I keep saying this over and over, and I don't mean to beat a dead horse, because not everybody does it, We all probably do it once in a while. I've done my fair share of it, I'm sure of. I'm probably just as guilty as the next guy, But I guess my point here is to make sure that the first, I guess it wouldn't be the first step, it would be the second step. Here's that example. I'll do it again. The second, probably the second step. First, you get your car, you're on the grid, you get your time. Now it's time to start the race. You got to start the race, get into the race, and complete the race, So I guess that's it for this video. Enjoy yourselves, have fun, and we'll see you on track. And if you have any comments, feedback, or anything you'd like to add to this video, feel free to message me or put it on the forums, and we'll see what we can come up with. After all, this is a series for all the drivers to become better drivers and have fun while we're doing it. Because last thing we do is make work out of this. We really want it to be fun for everybody, and so everybody participates, and it makes it great. So, and I'll see you on the track, and thanks for watching.